All right, let's see what we can do here. Okay, and there we go. Okay. Hey, hey everyone. Spidey Librarian here, and let's see, not a lot going on tonight, it looks like. For those of you that do show up, please let me know how you are doing this evening, and let's see, while you're here, I'm going to just go ahead and start formulating an agenda for us to talk about things. So let me go ahead and do that. I need a new notepad document. We're going to move it over here so that my face gets slightly brighter because, it's not like I'm whitewashed out enough. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and retire Spotify for the evening. And what are some things we want to talk about? Let's see. First of all, I think the subject says it all, NYCC, and uh, you know, things I should do when I get there, stuff like that. I'm thinking of maybe doing a preview of the Patreon that I've put together. That's going to require at least a few of you guys showing up and indicating interest. So, um, hopefully, if you get here and you see me talking about this, that could be a thing. Oh, the results of one of my recent polls. You guys really want me to go back to playing Marvel's Spider-Man again. So let's see. We're going to talk about Marvel's Spider-Man, and you guys, I swear, new game plus ultimate difficulty. What are you guys trying to do to me? I'm not going to pretend to understand it, but if that's what you want, I'll do it. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to be able to play very much before we start playing Marvel's Spider-Man 2 because that's like 2 weeks from tonight. And remember that 1 week from tonight, I'm gonna be in New York for Comic-Con. So yeah, that might be an entire thing we leave undone for quite a while because I think once I start playing Spider-Man 2, I don't know what we're gonna do. So, all right, and then I guess the final bit of discussion will be what kind of content do we want to make tonight? Trailer reactions, showing you guys things. I mean, let me know, like what shall we do? And assuming, because it's looking like this will be another short one, because no one is here right now. So, but I'm thinking the only other thing will just be the poll, which I'll put up in a second. And that's going to be what to stream, what gameplay to stream next. So, and you guys know how all my polls are non-binding. I reserve the right to say no, even if you guys vote majority on a choice that I put out. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to enjoy it, and neither will you. So, but it doesn't mean I don't like to hear what you guys think and what you think I should do. Um, so I'll go ahead and just put that up right away. So we're going to go ahead and start a poll. And then what to play on stream after this. All right. And, because I'm a glutton for adding options, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in uh, 4 choices. Let's see. So the first one will be Spider-Man because you guys don't seem to be able to get enough of Spider-Man. And then over on the gaming channel, let's see, what should I play on the gaming channel? I'm gonna go ahead and just take a look. We could play more of Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. That could be a thing. What else? Oh, right, Tears of the Kingdom, because that for some reason is ridiculously popular too. So I'll just put Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And I'm just going to put GC for gaming channel, GCH gaming channel, deal with it. I'm also going to put Hollow Knight on the gaming channel. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then for one more, screw it, I'm going to put Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion because it's Spooktober, it's spooky season. And if you guys want me to scare the crap out of myself, who am I to deny you? So I'm going to go ahead and put that poll up there. Hey, Vitalik, how you doing? What am I doing in New York? I'm going to New York Comic Con. I'm actually being sent there by my library, and it's going to be a thing that we do. Just kind of a like one of my friends was going to go, a friend and colleague of mine, and unfortunately she passed away earlier this month. So the library has elected to send me in her stead, which is awesome because I love comic cons and stuff like that. And so I was like, okay, well, we'll go ahead and do that. I've had some pretty wildly conflicting emotions about it, but I'm also pretty excited. So we'll see. I found a pretty good way to honor my friend, so I think it's gonna go pretty well. And if you guys want, I'll tell you about it because now all of the uncertainties have been removed. There's nothing stopping me. I'm going to NYCC. Like it is absolutely happening. So let me say hello to Alan Copeland and Solid Snake. How are you guys this evening? And but yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. So if any of you guys have either been to New York City or have been to New York Comic Con or have just been to a lot of cons in general, I need advice. I mean, I've started putting together like a packing list, stuff I need to pack, all the things that I absolutely need versus all the things that I may or may not want to take with me, stuff that's like, eh. So, but yeah, if you guys have any advice, I will be happy to let you know. Solid is super tired. He worked 10 straight days. Dude, oh my God. I've done that. I think at my previous library it was not uncommon to work 11 straight days or something like that. It was ridiculous. So I hear you, man. So um Vitalik lived in New York for over 20 years. Nice. I'm going to be staying in Chelsea, and I'm going to be about a mile and a half from the Javits Center, which is where the con is going to be. So I'll be checking that out, and I think I'm about half a mile's walk from the Javits Center. So we'll see how that works out, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So um, but yeah, like I don't know. A lot of my friends have told me bring a water bottle, which I got this guy, so he does pretty well for me. So I'll have that. I'll bring it with me. I will I'm going to take a small thing of ibuprofen. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm also going to probably go and buy some insoles, like some inserts for my shoes, because I'm going to be walking around a lot this weekend. So that's kind of those are kinds of the things that I'm thinking about. I'm going to see if I can get some dry snacks for my backpack and lots of other stuff. So I'll go ahead and also put that on the list is to talk to you guys about Northtail. I don't know if you guys are aware of like I think I posted about her in the community tab. And there's an entire story that goes along with like my friend who passed away and who Northtail is and how that's going to work. So on any trip, always have emergency cash just in case you lose cards. That is good advice, actually. That is actually a thing I am going to go and put on my list of things to prep for. So let me see. Where is where is my Comic-Con checklist? Um, okay. So yeah, extra cash. That's a thing on my packing list that I had not put down. Um, so we'll go ahead and put that down. No, that's an excellent point, Solid. That makes all the sense in the world, and I hadn't thought about it until you just said that. So yeah, no, that's excellent. So all right, snacks are important and do your research on restaurants. Remember, don't go to dark places late at night. NYC is changing for the worse. Really? Oh, that's horror. That sucks to hear, man. Um, like, I mean, I'm hoping maybe if I'm cool enough, maybe I'll get invited to some NYCC after parties. I don't know. We'll see. But emergency contact numbers. Okay, so Alan, when you say that, could you elaborate a little bit more? Could you tell me what you mean by that? Because um like do I just want to have like a list of emergency contact numbers like on me in my wallet, in my shoe or something, like so that people know who to reach in case in case I like get incapacitated or fate forbid killed or something, So all right, that area is amazing and plenty of bars. Yeah, no, mm, I'm so hyped, guys. Like I'm hyped and I'm a little freaked out and just in case. So, all right, but yeah, emergency contact numbers. Okay. And I gotta have like I gotta have my mother's number on it. But no, I gotta have like my fiance's number and things like that. So, but no, that's a really good advice. Thank you guys. I'm loving this because like I'd thought of quite a bit already, and then there's just like a bunch of other stuff that I hadn't even thought about. So like, damn, awesome. Okay, all right. So far I've got 3 votes. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the gaming channel is probably winning. Well, it is winning so far. So if anyone else comes up and wants to vote, let's go ahead, make sure to tell them to do that. If you're here and have not thwipped the like button, please do that. Always helps out. And how would you guys? I think there are like 3 of you here right now. How would you guys like to see my Patreon preview that I'm setting up? Would you like to see it? Because I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I've been thinking about setting up a Patreon for a while, and I know some of you think it's a great idea, and some of you are like, no, 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 wait. I imagine you want me to wait until I'm monetized on YouTube. Guys, I'll tell you something. I must make shitty videos, okay? And I'm sorry for that. I really am. I'm like less than 150 away from 1K subs, which is awesome, okay? But but my watch hours have gone down sharply since probably about 6 months ago. And part of the reason for that is because I finally picked a focus, Spider-Man, and I've been mostly sticking to it. So, like, it's gonna take me a while. A way that you guys can always help is watch my videos, go to one of my playlists, go watch the webline, my podcast, my Spider-Man podcast, please. That would be awesome, and like just put it on in the background or something. You're Vitalik, you're absolutely correct. I stopped MCOC. Yeah, yeah. And that I have been having this problem ever since I started to take my channel seriously, which was I had a really hard time focusing, like picking a niche and sticking with it. I thought I was going to do MCOC for a while, but I could feel myself getting sick and tired of MCOC, and so I was like, no, 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 Spider-Man, he's always been there. So, all right, so you guys want to see it? Okay, we're going to go over to this page right over here. All right. And oh my God. So my issue with this, I'm gonna put this over here for now. So right now my issue with this is that the chat in YouTube looks like crap, okay? Like it's got the poll and the poll is nice. You know, I don't have an issue with it per se, but like how I can't you know, we can't see anyone's chat in there. It's really flipping annoying actually. So, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can just tinker with that for a second. Let's see, width and height. Okay. I'm gonna say we're gonna leave the height alone. Uh, Actually, hold on. We're gonna do width. What happens if I go with a width of 150? Let's just see what happens. Okay, so it does that. Okay, all right. I see that that's a problem. That's the thing. I have minimized the poll. Like I minimized it on my end. Like the only thing I can do, I think, is end it. I'm trying to see if that is an option. Like if I change the dimensions of the chat, maybe we can change things out there. So let me try this. Oh, okay, so that's nicer. But I think what we're gonna have to do. Hold on. Just stick with me, guys. I know this looks weird. I know this looks weird. Just give me a second. Okay. So now I want to double the current width. Current width is 300, so let's go ahead and do 600. It still doesn't look great, but it looks a lot better than it did. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I really hate this because I like doing polls on my streams, but like I don't want them to take up half the stupid chat, and you really can't see much of the chat anyways. Um, okay, all right. Let me think. Again, stick with me, guys. All right, hold on. Okay. Uh, don't like this because I don't think it's going to change anything, but I'm going to try it anyways. All right, let's see. Let's try 1200 by 1300. Yeah, that looks like crap. Okay, well, never mind. I'm going to try one other thing. I'm going to try popping out the chat manually and then seeing if I can minimize, and that doesn't seem to have any effect either. Damn it. Okay. All right, guys, I'm sorry. It just looks shitty. I'll figure this out some other time, but this is just kind of lame and we're stuck with it and I'm sorry. So let me go ahead and just change things back to their original settings and you know, spare you guys from all of this. Okay. See, that's like readable, but it's still not great, you know? So, okay. All right, but you guys are not here to listen to me bitch about the chat situation here. You guys want to see my Patreon, right? At least I hope you do. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and throw um, a new Opera browser window up on my display screen here. Dismiss the poll. I can end the poll, but I don't want to end it yet. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to play Tears of the Kingdom. All right, there we go. So hopefully, yeah, we can at least see parts of the chat now. Hopefully, if you guys just talk afterwards, that'll clear it up. So, you know, feel free to just like flood it with emotes or whatever, you know, do stuff like that. So, all right. So in the meantime, let me see. Where is Where is my Patreon? Okay. And you know, I don't remember. Hold on. Let me go over here and put the password in. That is not the one I want to use. Okay. Let's try that. Let's try that. Okay, and okay. All right, guys, here we go. Oh my goodness, Patreon, I do not need to see your posts, your spam or whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's really annoying. Opera sometimes is gets on my nerves this way. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. Alan, I'm just seeing all the emotes that you put in. Much appreciated. So, oh, and by the way, if any of you guys see Sith Apple, be sure to tell him thank you on my behalf. Uh, so dude went on to Old Fart Gaming's stream the other day, and he actually went and repped the channel, and as a result, I got 3 new subscribers. And just totally and they like all the people that came to my channel said, "Hey, I'm here because of OFG." And I was like, "Oh, wow, Old Fart Gaming promoted me? Nice, you know." It turns out that because I went and looked at the stream in question, Sith Apple was on there just promoting my channel among others, but other people saw it and came, so that was really nice of him. So all right, guys. So, as you can see, I am still in the process of getting a few things going on my Patreon. You can see that I've got my logo here. I think eventually I'm going to start replacing a lot of the graphical assets that Strider did for me. Um, I it nothing wrong with Strider. Unfortunately, I just haven't been able to get in touch with him for graphic design work lately. And, it's just, I really want to get some more assets out there. And I don't want to use his assets in marketing, especially if I end up starting to put things like in a merch shop or something like that. So it's purely a business decision. I still highly recommend working with Strider if you guys get the chance, but I'm gonna go a different route. So, just something you should know. So, anyways, we got the Patreon kind of started, and it's I'm in the process of becoming a creator basically, and I've done the things. I've added my profile photo. I've done a description of the page. So like the headline says, creating Spider-Man videos, or Spider-Man podcast, which would be the web line, videos and content. And so the videos, I mean, it's mostly live streams and reactions and stuff like that on YouTube. Content is going to be anything that I decide to put like on Instagram, or if I write a Spidey centric like blog post or something like that, and I put it on Threads, or I put it up on my WordPress or something like that. So it's kind of like all of those things. And as you guys know, I'm already doing those things. I don't need to get paid to do these things. I'm just doing them. So I've taken a look at Patreon and basically tried to figure out what are some good things that I can offer for like a low membership tier. And so what I've come up with, and I realize that again, some people may not be cool with this, some people may be a-okay with it. I don't know. You guys tell me. Feedback is going to be important here. So I made a public post, and I think like yeah, the public post is basically what perks would you like to see here? It reads, I don't know how well you guys can see this. And, I might actually be able to, I might be able to expand this. So give me a moment. There we go. Tell me how that looks. Does that look better? So I'm going to go ahead and read it off to you. So hey everyone. For all potential patrons out there, I'd like to hear your thoughts on what benefits you'd like to see from this Patreon. I've got a few ideas to start, but I think your feedback would be more valuable while I chart the map of perks and benefits. Here is a cat tax photo while you respond. Expect trouble to feature in a lot of my media. And then for those of you that would like to see it, it doesn't just attach it in line, like you actually download it, which I think is so flipping weird. But let's see if it'll just pull up the photo. It did, but it put it on a different screen. So there you guys go. So there is Ms. Trouble hanging out on my you know on one of my tables, being a cat, doing her thing. All right. So that's what I've got so far. That's like the only post that I've put up. As you guys can see, it was from like a month ago. Again, I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been really slow in trying to do it, but that's kind of part of the reason that I am showing this to you guys right now because I would like your feedback. So before I show you the feedback or the membership, keep in mind that to start, I'm only doing one tier of membership. All right. And if I'm only doing one tier of membership, I had to be really thoughtful about what I like what I offer it at and what perks I offer because I need to give myself room to grow. If enough people pledge and I can make a decent enough chunk of change on it, say enough to like purchase some graphical assets, that would be awesome. Um then I'll start making like a bigger tier and then eventually maybe a smaller tier. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's not like a $1 tier, okay? So I'll go ahead and show you guys the membership. All right. And pro tip, start with one tier. See? So here's what I've got. All right. We've got the the Spider Society Citizen tier right here. So it's $5 a month. All right. So the perks are basically, well, here. I'm so excited that you like me and my content enough to reach into your wallet and fork over some of your hard-earned cash. For this introductory tier, you'll gain access to the following perks. All right. So access to the Patreon feed, including polls, behind-the-scenes pics, and photos of me and my cat Trouble. All right. Now keep in mind, I've got one public post. All right. Most of my posts on this feed will not be public. All right. That'll include a lot of cat pics and a lot of pics of me. Keep in mind, when I go to NYCC next weekend, I might take some pictures and some videos, and some of them might make it over here to my Patreon. And if you want to see those, you'll have to be a Spider Society citizen. Okay. For the second one, we do shout outs. All right. And the shout outs take two forms. All right. First of all, on my uploaded videos, like when I have my end screen, I'm either going to do like a wall of text of people who are supporters on Patreon. Or, if I just have a bunch of them, I don't see why that would happen. But I could do like a kind of like a scrolling wall of text as well at the end. So we'll see. It's going to depend on how many people decide to become Spider Society citizens. All right. And then the second one is on air during the patron segment of the web line. For those of you that don't already know, and I imagine all of you do, um, I do a podcast every Sunday. It's called The Web Line. It is about some aspect of Spider-Man. I usually have a guest. I've had a difficult time getting guests this month, so like the next episode is just going to be me. I'll be talking about the Spider-Man villain known as Freak. It'll probably be a fairly short podcast, but it will happen, you know. The next weekend will actually be a review of Spider-Man 3, which I might be able to get a guest. I'm still not sure. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. So, but yeah, I'm going to be doing like 5 shows this month and they all just happen to fall in October, and then I'll take a 1 week break. So, hey, Sith Apple, good to see you, my friend. How are you? Sith Apple, a couple of subs that I got a couple days ago came from Old Fart Gaming, and I went back and checked the stream, and I saw that you had promoted my channel, so thank you. I very much appreciate that. So, and right now I'm in the process of showing people the Patreon that I've been working on. It's just one tier so far, so. The final tier, or I'm sorry, the final perk for the Spider Society Citizen membership is that you get the Discord role Spider Society Citizen on the Spidey Librarian Discord, which of course remains free. I realize it's not the most hip hop happening place in the world, but that's one of the reasons that I implemented like level based roles on there. So if you guys get to talking, and then Me6 tells you, hey, you've reached, I think it's like level 5, before you get to the next level, like you can get another title. So that's again, it's a small perk, but it's a distinction that says, hey, um, I, I'm giving Spidey Librarian a fiver every month, and I get this cool little title as a result. So so again, this is just the first membership tier. I'll probably go to something cheaper, like a $1 or a $2 tier. Probably like if we can get enough success with this one, I'll do a $10 tier. And then if we can get enough success with the $10 tier and the $5 tiers, then I'll probably go back and do like a 1 or a 2 or a $3 membership, so anyways, let's see. And Vitalik, have a good one, gotta run. Good luck in NYC if you got question. And I'll try to advise. Thank you. I'll do that. And Vitalik, before you go, hopefully you haven't gone yet, just a quick question, and this goes out to everyone. What do you guys think of this? Like, what do you guys think of this membership level? Like, is this cool? Is this eh? Is this, like, is it a good starting step? I really, really want to know. Just give me a tiny little bit of feedback here if you like this, if this would be something that you would subscribe to or pledge to or whatever you want to call it, or I really think this could be fun. And keep in mind, if and when I do get into the YouTube partnership program, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have probably a lower tier for that. That'll probably be like a $2 membership or something. And I've got a shit ton of emotes that I want to like. I want all the emotes that you guys get from purchasing YouTube memberships on my channel. I want them to be unique. I want them like they're things that I'm actually going to have like a graphic designer design a bunch of them. So like Strider's Thwip, that's going to be one of my emotes. Okay. The Here Comes Trouble emote, that's going to be, an emote. I can't offer YouTube emotes through Patreon. Otherwise, I totally would, you know? So it's cool. Okay, great idea. And it would be nice to see it grow. Looks good. Okay, cool. Um, so if you guys like, you guys, I mean, I guess the question I'm asking here is is $5 too much to charge for these perks? Or do these perks seem like they're like a fairly good trade-off, you know? It's like if you give me, if you give me X amount of money, you get mentioned on my uploads, you get shouted out on my podcast, you get access to the patron feed, and then and all the media that goes there, and then you get a title on Discord. I think it's pretty cool. And if you guys think it's pretty cool, great. If you think there is something else I could offer, like I'm gonna get to the point where I start to do like members only streams and stuff like that, but that is like way, way down the line. And I'm gonna have to find a way to blend that with both like Patreon and say like YouTube memberships and stuff. Like, I don't want someone who is on Patreon to be like, oh God, well, you know, it's only the YouTube uh not subscribers, members. It's only the YouTube members that have like access to members only streams. Like I'm gonna try and I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm gonna make sure that people on Patreon, if they don't want to go to YouTube and give them their money too on my behalf, then like, I'll find a path to do that, Um the emotes will be YouTube, like they will be specific just to YouTube. So it's not a bad idea at all. The more we grow, the more unique videos. Yeah, yes, exactly, exactly. And that's another thing, guys. Like, um, you know, as we grow, and especially with several of you that are here, which by the way, Sith Apple in particular, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and give a hammer to Sith Apple, who has been or a wrench as they call it, I guess. I don't know. And YouTube does not seem to want to let me do anything right now. What? YouTube, come on, don't do this to me. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice, be cool. All right, let's see. All right. We're going to try this again. Okay, so for some reason, I don't know why, but Sith Apple, I'm trying to make you a mod. YouTube is not letting me do it. In fact, like, because when you get that little add as moderator pop up, and then I basically select like standard moderator, and then when I click save, nothing happens. Like, it doesn't save the setting. It won't even let me cancel. Like, I have to reload the the chat and the live stream in order to get away from it. So, has it been acting up? Okay. Well, Sith Apple, I'm gonna make you a moderator, so. Oh, was he? Okay, all right. So it's not just me. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get around to it at some point. I'm sure there's a way I can do it like without going this route. In fact, I know there's one, but like I'm not going to deal with it. Okay, well, in that case, then here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I am going. You guys are getting the scoop right now. Okay, you guys are getting the scoop. So on Sunday's episode of the Webline, this is going to be episode 17. It's the character spotlight on Freak. Okay, so when I do that live stream, I'm going to put in a segment for the Spidey Librarian Patreon. All right. And so when that happens, I'll also put an announcement on the community page, on the community tab. And I'll try to post it to all my socials and everything. And just be like, hey, join the Spidey Librarian Patreon and become a Spider Society citizen. And here are the perks, here are the shout outs that you get, and I will be devoting a segment to that. If you want to hear your name read on the podcast every time I put it out, then please go ahead and become a Spider Society citizen, and then I'll put the link like in the show notes and all of that. So you guys have got the scoop now, okay? Like you guys know that it's coming, and you guys can feel free to let other people know about it if you want or whatever. But Sunday, that episode of the webline is when I will announce it. So, and again, if you guys get a chance, the webline is like, if you guys, I do need the watch hours. The webline has got its own playlist. All 16 or 17 episodes are on there. I've got like a bonus episode on there, so there's like 17 episodes. So you can always like listen to that while you're doing stuff in the background. You can put it on the like just on your, on the live stream. If you guys listen to Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anything like that, please go and find the web line on those services and give it a follow or a sub or, a 5-star rating, or, I've learned that it's different from platform to platform, but just go and like, give the web line some love, and just help me grow. I just hit like 10 followers on Spotify, and I mean, like, I know I'm like 16, 17 episodes in, but like I finally got to double digits, and I'm really excited about it. So all right, guys. So but there we go. You heard it here first. Patreon will go live on Sunday, and hopefully it will do well. So thank you guys for kind of being an extra set of eyes on this, and just giving me some feedback. I really do appreciate it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Sorry, this always requires a little bit of manual moving around of things and stuff. Okay, and I'll probably need to make adjustments when we do gameplay, but that's fine. So, all right, guys. So with that said, we are not quite done for the evening. I mean, you can be if you want to, but I think the preview of that Patreon was pretty cool, and thank you guys for again giving me some advice there. So let me go ahead and get rid of all that. You guys can look at Spider-Man as it poses right there. Let's see what else. All right, do you guys want to know about Northtail? Because there's an entire story that's behind why I'm going to Comic-Con, and how I'm going to honor my fallen friend when I go there. It's it's a tale that I have told part of on the community tab, but I haven't told all of it. So I I don't know. It's up to you guys if you want to hear it. Otherwise, we can always go over to the gaming channel and play some Tears of the Kingdom. I understand if that's more interested. I totally get it. But yeah, let me know. All right, Alan just said yes. I assume that means you want to hear about Northtail. So if I'm wrong, please tell me that I'm wrong. Otherwise, we will do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put up a picture of Northtail. This is from the community post I made a few days ago. All right. So what we have here, guys, is Northtail. Northtail is a creation of my friend. Her name is Darcy. Darcy is a dear friend and colleague of mine who recently passed away. And the only thing I have to say about that is fuck cancer. Okay. Um, but Darcy and I have been friends and colleagues for over 10 years. And one of the things that I really remember about Darcy was just how warm, compassionate, and just how witty she was. She was all of those things, but she could have a wicked sense of humor. She crocheted, she knitted, she was always doing needlework during meetings. We had a lot in common. Darcy liked comic books and graphic novels, much as I did. Darcy and I were both librarians. We served on several of the same committees together. We even had overlapping tenures at the same professional organizations. So when when she passed, which, I mean, to be perfectly honest, it wasn't a surprise. Like, the cancer diagnosis happened several years ago. And I was upset about it then, and I was pretty upset about this. Um, Darcy passed away about a month ago, and um, it was one of those things that it was one of those incidents that had an effect on me, even if I didn't outwardly profess it. Um, to give you a really glaring example of what I mean, um, I failed to show up to Darcy's memorial service. I had planned to go. I wanted to go. And basically, even though I knew that the memorial service was on, you know, this particular Saturday at this particular location, I was still up playing video games at 4 in the morning and I could not stop myself. And I mean, I've been going through a lot of other stuff too. And so I'm not saying that this was the only thing that was having an effect on my executive function, um but this was definitely a big part of it. Um Darcy is going to be one of those people that, you know how like if you hang out with, say, like your grandmother or your great grandmother, and you guys know about kind of like the popular media portrayal that like all old people know all the other old people. And some people, if they hang out with their grandmother enough, they go to a lot of funerals from their friends, their family, the people in their lives that are falling, and you're just kind of like, God, when is grandma gonna be next, kind of thing. I really feel like Darcy is the first person in my kind of like immediate circle of friends whose passing is going to count as one of those people who, it's like, oh my God, this person is gone. And, like, who else among my friends is going to pass early? It's like, I, and who knows, it could be me, like, you never know. In, a year or something. I mean, yeah, I do have high cholesterol, for instance. I'm not planning on that, but I guess my point is that life is unpredictable. And so I try to, I'm trying to uh keep Darcy close in terms of being that special circle of friends and family, who, like, were near and dear to me when they passed. So anyways, um shortly after Darcy's passing, her husband received in the mail Darcy's pass to New York City, or New York Comic Con. Darcy was gonna go to New York Comic Con and the library was going to cover all of her travel. Darcy, among other things, in addition to being really warm and funny and witty and compassionate, um, she works in collection development. She's a comic book fan. And she had basically, like, she had basically gotten to go to this really cool convention and go as a professional and like, basically get the library to pay for it. That's like a book nerd's dream, okay? It's a comic book nerd's dream, and I know that for Darcy, this was going to be living the dream. When her husband got her pass, he basically went on to Facebook and said, Darcy's Comic Con pass has arrived in the mail. Does anybody want to go? And of course, when I saw, because Darcy's husband and I we're also friends. He and I are fairly close. And I did not have the heart in me to respond to that post. Like, yes, I wanted to go, and you can call it irrational if you want, but um I felt like by responding to that post saying, yes, I want to go, it felt too much like I was stepping over Darcy's corpse to go to New York Comic Con, you know? And I know that's not how it was. I know that's not how it is. But you guys know human beings, we're irrational. We say these things to ourselves. Had a very strong guilt reflex about it. So I couldn't bring myself to say, yes, I want them. I didn't. I didn't do it. But someone at the library actually reached out to him and said, hey, um, we'd actually like to send someone else in Darcy's place if that's possible. And I was like, good, good. Yes, no, someone, one of Darcy's office mates can go. That's fine. That'll be great. That'll be great. I'm okay with that. Um, and so just a couple of days after that post was made, I got contacted by someone at the library, the same person that had responded to her husband's post, and she was basically like, Tony, are you interested in going to New York Comic Con and in Darcy's place? And and the thing is, like, again, I I wasn't going to like I wasn't going to like grab for the tickets. But now they were being offered to me, and they were being offered to me by someone who was, you know, um who represented my professional organization. And I was like, yeah, I really do. I really would like to go if that's okay. And and she said, yeah, no, absolutely. You're kind of like the perfect person we could think of to send in Darcy's place to Comic Con. And I was like, okay, that's great. And I'm really glad that you guys want to send me, but I've got conflicting emotions about this. I really, if I do this, I really want to find a way to honor Darcy's memory um, when I go. So I remembered that a few years ago, that Northtail here, a creation that Darcy had made. Uh, Darcy had done something wonderful when she made Northtail. Northtail, by the way, has is sporting a green lightsaber, and that green like hood that she's wearing, those are Jedi robes. And she's wearing like a Wonder Woman tiara right here. Okay. So Northtail has leveled up in the few years since I've seen her. Northtail took a few levels in badass, basically. when Darcy made Northtail, she had Northtail sent to like every branch in our library system so that we could take pictures of Northtail at our programs and events, and so that we could share with Northtail how we were serving our patrons and customers and everything. It was a wonderful experience. I remember getting Northtail at my library and taking her picture at a couple of my teen events and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. So I basically said, "Is Northtail still in her office?" And my my library coworker said yes, and I said, "I want to take Northtail with me to New York Comic Con, and we're gonna do what Darcy did." Because Darcy and I went to a lot of cons together as well, and Darcy was always crocheting. Which, hey Reaper, how you doing? Good to see you. One thing that Darcy did was she would basically have a new figure that she had crocheted, and she would take pictures by giving her creation to a friend or a con guest or something like that, and having them hold them while she posed with them and then like took a selfie. It's a brilliant little thing to do, and it was very worthy of her. You know, is like this is a total Darcy move here. And so what I have resolved to do in order to honor my friend and colleague is, since I'm going in her place, I'm going to take her creation, Northtail here. She's going to come with me, and we are going to take pictures of Northtail and me at New York Comic Con. We're going to pose with like some guests there. I really hope I can find Jim Butcher, because Jim Butcher's going to be there, and get Jim Butcher to hold Northtail while we take a selfie together. That would be awesome. If I can find Dan Slott, I'm going to do the same thing. Any Spider-Man creator, I'm going to hunt them down and be like, I want to take a picture of you with this Northtail doll. And if they want to know, I'll tell them about Northtail. Um, but yeah, that's the plan right now, is that Northtail here is going to come with me to New York Comic Con. This Amazonian Jedi Fox is going to come with me, and we're going to take pictures together and videos, and we're going to hang out, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think Darcy would approve. I'm pretty sure Darcy would approve. And I'm I know that she's happy that if anyone would get to go in her place, that it would be me. Aside from having a lot of interests in common, Darcy and I also shared a birthday. Darcy was 7 years older than I am, but yeah, we were birthday buddies. So you can imagine that her passing was significant to me, and I'm glad that I will be able to kind of go and honor her in this way. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys listening to that story. I don't know how exciting or compelling it was, but it's uh, it's part of my story now, you know, and so I only hope that when I go to NYCC next week, that I can do it justice. So wish me luck. And yeah, so there you guys go. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it very much. I think that was pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about tonight. I don't think there were any real big trailers to react to, so but let's see. NYCC, what should I do? We talked about that. I showed you guys Patreon. Um, What content do we want to make tonight? I mean, we've pretty much already made it. I've told you about Northtail. I did the poll about the gameplay to stream. And oh, the only other thing I wanted to talk about is you guys. Man, that last Spider-Man games poll, you guys really like me playing Spider-Man PS4, don't you? You really want to see me suffer on that New Game Plus Ultimate difficulty. You guys know, of course, that by the time I start doing that, I'm probably not going to get very far before we get Spider-Man 2. So, but I was hoping you guys would vote for Shattered Dimensions. It's like I kind of want to play that, but I'm good with this. I'm good with this. We will finish this game, and then we will move on to Shattered Dimensions. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that pretty much is going to uh, finish off the stream for us here. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to go over to the gaming channel, and I would say give me about 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe about 10 o'clock. We'll start playing some Tears of the Kingdom, and yeah, we'll continue things over there. So if you are not familiar with the gaming channel, it's Spidey Librarian Gaming. I've got a link to it on the, like, if you go to my community board, I'm sure there's a post for it if you go down far enough. Yeah, there we go. It's right there. Spidey Librarian Gaming. So look for some of the posts. Meet me over there. Sub to it if you can. And in the meantime, guys, I'll see you over there. This is Spidey Librarian. And until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye. See you in about 15 or 20 minutes.